What's going on, everybody? Well, I don't know what happened to my garage last night after I went to bed, but these two seem to be getting along just fine. And the young guy over here, 123 Kid, has been way more helpful than normal for whatever reason. What could have happened, I wonder? So nothing happened, but boy, look at, he been organizing shelves, doing all kinds of stuff. He painted some stuff for me, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, guys, let's get on it. First off, we're going to go for a night run. You know me. If I can't make it home in time to get a day run, or if I'm busy, or if I'm lazy, or whatever the reason is, we can go on a night run. Now, I honestly was going to go up to the place I go sometimes local here, the Cliffs of the Noose. It's the state park. It's a trail that you walk basically on the river. But I just so happened to notice a post on Facebook where there was search and rescue up there. So I had to do some research to see what was happening before I headed up there. And sure enough, there was a person who, I guess, from what I understand, on Thursday, he left work at Mount Olive Pickle up the road and then went there like he normally does. Sometimes goes fishing or something. I'm not sure, but he just hasn't been home since or returned. So they found his car up there and they are looking for him. You know, I don't know what happened, so I don't want to speculate. I don't know if any of that is even true, but that's actually what the police post, I believe, wrote that I seen. So anyway, prayers go out. Hopefully he's found. Hopefully he just went with a friend for a couple days or something and just left his car there, not thinking about other people looking for him, or, you know, something like that. I don't know. I'll keep you posted if I hear something, though. All right, guys, we're on our way outside. In my last video, I kind of told the story about why I got the Undertaker, and it reminds me of my aunt who's passed away a few years ago. Well, I didn't realize that today's the anniversary of her death, and tomorrow's the anniversary of my grandmother's death, and my mother passed away just a year or two ago. But anyway, the reason I bring that up again is I just got a phone call from one of my aunts to let me know that my other aunt, her sister, is not doing very well, and she's maybe not going to make it. So I just need some more prayers, okay? So, alright, sorry, I had to stop for a second. So we're going to go ahead and take this bad boy out anyway, because it's what I do to relax, and it kind of helps me sometimes. It's therapy. It's almost 11 o'clock at night. But I just got the news, and you know, all of my aunts they're all special. So my mom's sisters they've been great to my mother. I would just say my mom and my Aunt Barb were kind of on a lower level than the other aunts and sisters in a way, but they never treated her that way. You know what I mean? They always were great. So anyway, let me get my jacket. We'll get out here and get running. So, all right, I'll get some lights on out here. There we go. So let's go ahead and test it for speed real quick. We're in first gear. Sounds peppy. Oh man, it's definitely faster than the LC80. Let me get that steering straightened out. It's funny, every time you turn the steering one way, it goes the other way. When you try to get one straightened out, it always does that. This thing is so much smoother now, it's just crazy. It's not nowhere near as smooth as my LC80 on the low end, but dang it. There we go, that's better. So now, I don't want to be out here too long. Let's get her back in first. And let's roll. I don't have the diffs locked in. That's why that tire just spun. I gotta get it over to this side somehow. We only got one back tire locking down. There we go. Just better stay over here. I'm gonna go ahead and lock them in. Oops. Sorry guys. It's a late night. I'm a little distracted right now. Oh yeah. Why is the, oh, that's the shadow. I'm trying to figure out why that was getting in the way. I thought my camera was getting in the way. It was the shadow because I got a headlamp on. Tripping me out. So now, let's keep one tire on that board. Get the other tire on this rock. Look at this control. And that's with the drag brake down to 6. Look at that. So I made the right call by lowering it some, and it's still pretty stout. Uh-oh. Tire come off the other side. Alright, whatever. Big hole there. It's a beautiful night. I thought it was going to be chilly. That light's a little bright up top, isn't it? Let's do this. There we go. What color y'all like? I said a quick run and I'm already putting along because I love it. There's a few people that's wanting to see this thing in action, and I'm gonna tell you what, I've waited a long time to drive this truck like this. Wow. And again, I was always happy with the stock setup. But boy, oh boy, oh boy. I honestly feel like it's smoother than the CJ7. The gearing or something, I don't know, it's just smoother. So got a wide enough stance here. So every now and again I'm gonna pick up the pace because I have to make it not too short or not too long. I mean. Figure we do a light that's more suited for the truck. This right here, you got to kind of go fast to get across. I didn't make it. Kind of need a winch right there. I gotta watch that back tire on that nail too. So now being able to go into reverse without it jumping is so nice. Alright, I had my headlamp on, but I forgot to turn on the dang camera light. I guess I'm not going to show as much running because I'm going to be going so slow on some of these to show off what the motor can do, I guess. Because right now, I mean, that's all FOC. I mean, I hold the trigger right where I want it and it does the work. My main thing is I need to remember to look at the car where I'm at. Look at that right there. It is moving. It's hard to tell every now and again. When you're going that slow, you can't even hear this thing. Alright, let's try this again. I have had this truck since it came out. Now, this was not sent to me sponsored by FMS. I bought this truck before I was sponsored. So, but I've had it since it came out. It's been like 10, maybe 11 months. And to make it this long and not care about the upgrade until now, because it was so good as the way it was, is still, it just says a lot about the truck. I feel like it has been the best trail truck of 2024. Much as I love my high trail, I mean, the Traxxas TRX4 have been around forever. They just put lifted shocks on it, you know, and they get all kinds of credit for that. This thing, they took the best of both worlds from Axial and Traxxas. Gave you the dig if you want it. Gave you the diffs, gave you the 2-speed. They combined it all. And then they went and topped it all by giving you rear-wheel drive, front-wheel drive, four-wheel drive. Sure, you might not always need that front-wheel drive. You might not really need two-wheel drive, but it's cool. You know, throw it into two-wheel drive and whip donuts when you can and stuff. I don't have this one set up that way yet. But now that I'm seeing the power it's got on this motor, once I put a 3S battery, it's going to rip. And when I do that, I think I'm going to go ahead and want two-wheel drive because, you know, whipping donuts would be great. Alright. It's after 11 o'clock at night. But it's all good. Now we're not going to get far on these bricks right here. So I'm not even going to try it. I kind of want to go over there and try to get up that other obstacle again. Come down the stairs. So let's try to do this. Boom, boom, boom. We just kind of jumped in right there. Something underneath this thing? Sylvester might be under there for all I know. There's no telling what's under these things. I'm shitting my pants if something comes running out of there. That was bad driving skills. Uh-oh. We saved it. There's a lot of power behind this motor. Some people are thinking, oh, it's a 40 amp. How can it be that strong, you know? I won first place on a truck tractor pull thing where we pulled the trailer full of weights. I won first place in my high trail running this exact motor, the 1800 kV. This is the motor that was in that truck at the time. First place on a 40 amp system, 1800 kV, and it went through there like it wasn't nothing. It pulled that trailer like it wasn't nothing. I mean, ooh, did you see that? I don't really want to flip it today, so let's just get that over there. Because I want to see what the drag brake's about. Get my controller back. Once we get down to this board, it's really going to need to not flip over end over end. Alright, there you go. Look at that drag brake holding. That's turned down to 6. Now I will say the stock LC80 brushless system will come downhill smoother than that. But look at that. That was pretty steep. This truck's remarkable. I don't care what no one says. Now I'm going to turn that, I'm going to try the drag brake on the controller again. You know, it still does not change anything. Turn it off or on, it doesn't do nothing different. It's one of my favorite features on it, kind of, when I was on brushed, because you could haul ass forward. Look at that. I don't know what angle that is, but that's a pretty good downhill angle for the back to not lift up. This steering radius is tremendous considering my diffs are locked in. And it will turn on a dime still. I should have been going slow, huh? I wanted to show that I could get unstuck. I hit the wrong button when I was crawling out of there.